What is up, folks? We are here live at the Blast TV Major in Paris. Could not be more excited to be with you guys. I got some great guests, and we got some more guests coming on the show these coming days. Now, I have Moses to my left. Thank you for joining me.
No problem.
Just got done casting the match. Probably a little tired, but very, very thankful to have you on.
No, man, the adrenaline carries through. Adrenaline carries through. It's not done yet.
And speaking of adrenaline, we're also joined by a very special guest himself, ZywOo. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You know, the ACO Arena looking a bit more empty than it was moments ago.
Yeah.
When you took the victory, I got to ask you, how are you feeling now that the adrenaline might be dumped a little bit?
Obviously, great feeling. Best feeling because obviously it's my first time I win a playoff game. So obviously in Paris, so that's most beautiful, obviously.
Yeah, here with the home crowd's got to be fun.
Yeah. You got to find a better way to say that.
Yeah,
Don't say it like that.
Obviously, yeah, but I'm just freaking happy because, yeah, obviously it's a double bridge, but they have freaking annoying to play. And it was really tough for us to find the easy way to win this match because, oh my God, they're running everywhere, they're trading, they're fighting together, and whoa, it was really tough, the game.
And before we get too far into it, I want to remind the viewers at home, if you can go to blast.tv, you can ask your questions in chat, ask questions from me, more importantly for Moses, as well as for ZywOo. And on top of that, we've mentioned the home crowd throughout the entire broadcast. Yeah. And one giant question I'm sure you've been asked time and time again, but what is it like to be in front of this home crowd, truly?
Actually, I think I don't have word. I thought Rio was amazing, but I think it's above Rio. I mean, when you have the crowd screaming your name and just watching them jumping, it's amazing feeling. I don't have word for that because, yeah, even a good word for that mean nothing because it's so amazing to play in front of that. Yeah, sorry to interview, but yeah, I mean, if I could play in front of that every day, I would do it because it gives you power to play.
And your teammate Apex has mentioned this home pressure. It can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. Yeah. Do you feel like it's one or the other? Do you get a bit nervous first coming out, and does it kind of have a snowball effect and help you a bit more later on?
I think at the start of Vertigo, we had a bit more pressure because it was the beginning of the game, we want to do well, but everything goes wrong because I tried to, we did the pistol round, we won it, after we got break, and at the beginning, obviously we have more pressure, but after some round we have more momentum, more confidence, and didn't feel any pressure because with all the fans on us, it just gives power, and it was amazing, yeah.
And I wanted to start all this by saying you made it close. You know, it only took 2, but it still felt kind of close.
Yeah.
So let's get into the post-match. How do you feel after taking down ITB?
Good feeling, because obviously it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to play against them. It's really annoying. Cipher played really good. I think overall, all the teaming played really good. They played good CS, good as team. They were really annoying because, I don't know, it's not like kind of playing Navy, G2, it's another thing because even they are underdogs, yeah, they play really good CS still. So it was a really tough game.
At the start of Vertigo, when Cipher banged you guys out a couple times at the A-bomb site, did you have like an oh shit moment? Were you like, oh, this is going to be harder than I thought?
Not really. Obviously, we want to have better start at City, but we kind of knew on T-side we were way better. We knew like on T-side, we got lead 11-4 or 9-6, or we knew our T-side is really strong, so it doesn't matter. At the freeze time, after halftime, we say we have good T-side, so we're gonna do everything for that. Yeah.
Is that a start of something between you and Cipher? You know, especially early on when he was hitting the headshots.
Yeah, I mean he fucked me. Sorry to say that, but he fucked me a lot. So obviously, yeah, he's a really good rifle and entry most likely. So yeah, if he keep like this, he can be one of the best ones.
Made a name for himself on a big stage. Yeah, for sure. That was crazy. I didn't like. Anders and I were laughing up at the cast like. When the screen raises during your guys' intros and like walking down the stairs and just being out here for the interviews, it was just like they looked so out of place, you know, because like we've never seen them at like an event like this big before. Yeah. They've never been at an event this big before, so they all like looked like a little bit nervous, like hands in the pocket during the interview. Like Thomas like was a little shaky and like didn't really know like what vibe he wanted to go for with his answers, and it was just kind of funny because we were just like, these guys like they don't belong here, and that's kind of the beauty of the story, you know, because like they just came out of nowhere. Like from the online qualifiers to here is like mental. That's crazy.
Yeah. Also hard for them to play in front of French guy who cheering for us, and everyone like it's not for them. So and also that's the first time for them to play in the big stage. So that's a lot of pressure. It's if you don't know how to manage the pressure, it can be tough to play like this. I mean.
Yeah. And I don't think Cipher was too affected by it. The whole team in general, I'm sure you couldn't have seen it, but on their side of things, they were enjoying every point won and definitely trying to thrive in the atmosphere that was very tough to thrive in as well. I know it might be a bit early to ask you something like this, but need to. In front of your home crowd, chasing a first major, but not just that, the last CSGO major. And I asked this earlier to Katie, and what would it mean to someone like you to do that here?
Actually, I'm not really thinking about that the last major of CSGO. I'm just living the life, kinda. I'm just trying to play at the last second of CSGO because if I start to thinking about this is the last CSGO major, it's in Paris, it's against in front of our fan. I'm gonna put more pressure because major put a lot of pressure. If I start to think like this, I think I cannot feel the same feeling like I'm playing every day. So I don't think in this way. I just want to enjoy, to have fun with my teammates. I think we say that every time we have to talk, we say like we need to enjoy, we need to feel this moment because we don't care, it's the last major. We don't just want to enjoy. We have good preparation, we have this plan for 6 months. We just need to enjoy now because we're playing it for our fun, so just enjoy.
Yeah, and speaking of people who are definitely having a lot of fun, I know you know they're here. The Golden Hornets are here in mass to support you guys. We actually were there, and a lot of people were over there this morning, as we can see on screen, watching 400 of your fans, die-hard fans, celebrate this major, and of course these playoffs in the early stages. So when you see these kind of clips and you feel them and their presence here in the venue, I mean, if you can give a message back to them and all Vitality and French fans out there, what would you say to all them?
What can I say? I mean, I think you can see them on top right in the stadium. They are freaking amazing, and thanks for the support you do for us because I think I don't know what to say because that's the best feeling as well. Whenever you lose a game or won a game, they're always behind you. They try to support you. They try to say good things. They're always behind you. It's Golden Hornets are the best fan base I've ever seen, I feel like.
Yeah, Jason, I wanted to pass this one to you because you've been all around the world. You've seen a lot of audiences. You've seen a lot of fan bases. Are there any that you can come to mind that can compare with the French fans we've seen? I'm sure there are, but when you think of these guys, who else do you think of for these kind of fan bases?
I mean, the Brazilians obviously come to mind for Brazilian teams. That one's, I got to give them credit where it's due. I think like the Polish fans back in the day, although we didn't, wasn't at a point where we had like whole like crowds like with drums like going down the streets and everything. But the Polish fans for the old like VP, like the Pasha, Neo, and Taz lineup, were always extremely crazy. But yeah, I mean, this is one of those fan bases and one of those these guys just kind of go right up there with them. Like the fact there's so many, like they cover like half the stadium, like a third of the stadium. It's crazy. The coordination and the chants. I know that's a very European thing. We don't quite have that in the States, but it's beautiful. It's fun to watch, and I mean, it creates like such a cool atmosphere and such a cool vibe in the arena. Like here in the downtime between rounds and the drums just start beating, you feel like you're about to just step into battle, and it's a special, obviously extremely special and more special for you and the players, but even for us as commentators, like it gives that kind of like dramatic ambience that we like to have, that we like to create, and it helps us in our job as well. So these kinds of fan bases, whether it's Vitalities, whether it's the Brazilians, whether it was Astralis's back in the day, like it all helps pretty much every element of what we all do in Counter-Strike. So yeah, it's special, it's cool, it's great.
It's amazing to play in front of that. Whenever you play in studio and you play once in stage and in front of that, you want only to play in stage because that's amazing. It's really special, like you say, because it gives you power.
And we felt it at various times too. Like remember we were going into like the online era when COVID hit. Yeah. Like you saw all the experienced players just like, it was like the rise of all these like young players because like all the veterans who'd been playing in arenas, like we went full LAN in like 2017, something like that, like early 2018. And all the experienced players who'd only played in arenas for like 2 years straight going to this online era, they're like, I don't even want to play anymore. Like I don't want to do it. Like it's not nearly as fun as it used to be. So that online era was really tough because we didn't get to feel the fans. Even for commentators, it was like, like online games, it can be such a drag to cast. Like you're just sitting in a room and you don't have any of the energy.
Out to bed and going on the PC.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. Like every day, it was a bit tough.
Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy the amount that the fans bring to the feeling of what we do. Whether it's players, whether it's coaches, whether it's analysts, whether it's production, whether it's commentators. Like the fans provide so much. So these fan bases are cool. One I want to give a shout out to as well, just because I don't want to forget them, is the Portuguese fans. Whenever we go to Lisbon. they're crazy.
Yeah, actually, I remember they were crazy.
They got the fireworks going out, and they don't have a team. Or they do, but like their team isn't like competitive on like a top level, you know, like, and they still just go absolutely nuts. So I mean, the Portuguese fans that we've always met in Lisbon are bonkers. So shout out to Lisbon.
Shout out.
And I was going to ask you too, following up on the whole fan experience. I know you probably can't go out and about freely when you're in the venue. It maybe not be too safe. Do you have any weird fan experiences throughout the past years in CS? Any that you can share on broadcast?
Actually not. Everyone was kind of kind and just want to take a picture, but don't want to do more. Just a picture and then leave me alone, and that's it. Yeah. That's every time I see a fan, it was really normal. I didn't expect. I mean, I didn't. No, I tried to remember, but nothing special. No, nothing.
I've had fans who ask if they can rub my bald head.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's really awkward. I still don't really know how to handle that.
Have you never said yes? And you never said yes?
Of course I haven't said yes. In fact, every time someone asks me that, I'm like, this is the one where I just punch somebody. Like, someone just reaches a hand. I'm like, this is the time. This is when it happens.
That's my time.
But yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean,
other than that, it's all good.
Other than that, the fans are pretty kind. Mostly.
That's good. That's good. You bring up a great point, though. You know, the fan bases in CS aren't necessarily just for the players, but you have casters and talent who have also built up their own fan bases. And I think that's like the lovely thing about Counter-Strike, where you have so many personalities outside the players, right? I mean, there are very well-known casters and talent, and CS, I would say, almost more so than any other esport, are so well-known. Just wanted to kind of give that a shout. But also, speaking of fans, you guys got anyone special coming through this weekend to give this last CSGO major a watch? I know they were showing people like Shocks and people like Kenny in attendance and other people we can't name quite yet that will be in attendance.
Ooh.
Anyone you know, love and dear, coming to watch you guys?
I was going to let you go first. I got my wife and my newborn baby here, about 3.5 months old.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, we didn't. It kind of happened spontaneously, like last minute, when I didn't know like babies needed passports at like 3 months of age. I thought there was like a grace period, like 6 months.
Fingerprints and everything.
Yeah, it was all of it. And so we didn't think we'd get the passport in time, so we didn't buy the headphones. So we saw Rain's baby in the here in the first game and everything, and we were like, we need to steal those headphones to bring the baby into the arena. But yeah, my wife and a baby have been here all through the legend stage. So yeah, shout out to them.
And for my side, I have almost all my family. I have my mom, my grandmother, my brother, my girlfriend, my cousin. Almost everyone is watching me, and yeah, it's amazing because that's my first time also to have this feeling. I mean, a bit shallower, but it's not the same size. But that's amazing they can experience my life kinda and see all the fun is around us, and I think it's amazing for them as well.
And you started playing CS when you were living with your grandma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can see a picture of me when I was 7 years old, and you can see my grandmother behind me just watching me. She cannot understand anything, but she still supports me. Sure. That's the best thing.
She can understand your name being chanted.
Yeah.
Is this the first time she's been to an event?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, sick. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Not to nitpick back too much on the match, but final moments of this match. We're just coming off stage here within the last 30 minutes, now into the semifinals. What'd that moment feel like? You know, getting to clench back and hug the guys, hug your teammates, and finally take down ITB. So can you take me through that moment, what that actually feels like in front of the arena?
Just in front of now, I mean, yeah, obviously I'm gonna just hug my teammate, Emil. I mean, everyone that play freaking good. Zanik as well, he's super coach. Everyone, the fan. After that, I'm gonna see the fan because they did a great job for today. I'm gonna see everyone. I'm gonna enjoy with everyone. After that, maybe drink a beer, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, I will just enjoy now. I'm just having smile and thinking about what I'm gonna do for the semifinal. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, unfortunately, first match was going to be a brutal heartbreaker for either side. I would say yours did not go the upset way. We've had a lot of matches end in upset so far. Had to say goodbye to a lot of great teams and a lot of great players. So who is someone that has been sent home that you kind of wanted to play against? You're kind of sad couldn't make it to the playoffs.
There's only one name. If you say any of their name, then that name. You know the name.
Tell me then, if you know. I mean, there's a lot of team. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. I don't know against who I want to play. I mean, maybe Navy, D2. Maybe my teammate want to play against Astralis, maybe because that's also a history for them. I don't know. Yeah.
I was going to say Simple.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. that's the only name I had in mind.
Obviously, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't care to play against Navy. I mean, against Simple because I play against Navy most likely.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking like I'm playing against Simple.
Right.
When I play against him, it's always Navy who play really good. Obviously, he's really good. He have a really good individual against us, but I'm not thinking like I'm playing only against Simple. I'm playing against Perfect or Electronic, Beat, and Impel, and it's Simple.
Yeah, the Simple ZywOo thing is for us on the outside.
Yeah,
we love that shit.
Of course. I'm not gonna give you this today.
All right, we got some Blast TV questions to all the viewers at home who are watching. They had some specific questions for you. Were you surprised with ITB's performance?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Because I think they're not surprised everyone, but I think they play really good CS. A bit Ants, a bit Navy. They're a bit Ants, Navy Fanatics. A bit great team during the Legend stage. So before joining this stage, we were surprised to see them because they managed to beat good teams. They play really good. Even today, they were unwilling to play. So actually, I expect them to go to even before the last day. Yeah.
And this one is a special one, ZywOo. It comes from Kappa_HD.
Okay.
He says, "Are you feeling the pressure of being the GOAT at the major?"
Not really. I don't feel any pressure about that. I'm just because I think with the team we can manage really good the pressure because we try to be in our bubble and not to going out. And I think I don't feel any pressure about being good individually or also with the team. I don't know. I feel good. I feel good to be in front of the French guy, and I feel really good.
Only a couple more questions for you. This one comes from Sabin. He says, "Are you scared of Heroic or any other team remaining in the competition?"
Yeah, I could say that Heroic is the most scary team for the moment because they've been consistent for 6 months now. And, I think they play for 5 finals, and yeah, I think this is more scary team for now. But anyway, if you want to win the major, you need to beat anyone, and if we need to face them, we're gonna do everything. And I'm not scary. Yeah, we're gonna do everything for that.
They're a scary team, but you're not scared.
Not really. They're a scary team, but yeah, exactly they say. They're a scary team, but I'm not really scared to play them.
And hearing that, Moses, do you have a team that would be the toughest opponent for Vitality?
Yeah, I mean, it would be Heroic for sure, especially based off like recent performances. As I said, how consistent they've been. I mean, they're one of those wild teams that like all 5 of their players play really well. Like they don't have any like kind of crazy breakout star. It's just all 5 players, top to bottom, play good Counter-Strike. I think another trap team you've gotten there. I mean, you know, I think Liquid can be dangerous depending on which Liquid we get in this playoff stage. If OC continues playing well, they can be a pretty dangerous trap team. Monty, with just the amount of skill they have and the amount of Counter-Strike they've grinded, they're at like 160 maps or something stupid so far. It's crazy. So there's a couple like trap teams mixed in there depending on how they perform. And you have the questions with Liquid of which Liquid we get. You have the questions with Monty of how they're going to play on the big stage. And then similar to like ITB, like you can't overlook Apex and Gamer Legion, who've shown they can upset teams. So I mean, I think Heroic's the big one. I think just below that is going to be Liquid and Monty, and then Apex and Gamer Legion. Let's see what they're made of.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Last question for you, ZywOo. This one comes from good old Uncle Sam in the chat. So shouts to him over at Blast TV. He wants to know your warm-up routine online versus warm-up routine on LAN.
My routine on when I'm home, I'm not really doing anything actually. I'm just playing some KZ, retake, that's it. I'm not doing that much. And even online, I'm just playing like maybe 500 bots. And before the game, that today I did have maybe 200, but that's it. I'm not doing that much because I just want to be prepared in my head and not individually because I know what I'm capable of. I don't need to do more, you know what I mean? I don't need to do more individually. I just need to be prepared in my head. And I just feel good. I mean, I don't need to do more. I don't feel that.
So more is less. Moses, back in your day, what was the warm-up like?
Oh, back in the day, we didn't even really have like bots that you could warm up against. The warm-up was like the 15 minutes where like all 10 players were in the server before it goes live, and you just run around like any standard warm-up and just kill each other. And like it's like mind games, man. Like you play against someone in warm-up and they're just wrecking you, and you're like, oh god, here we go. Yeah. This is gonna be one of those. But yeah, I think it's messed up you don't warm up before games.
Yeah, I do a bit, but when I feel good, I'm like, I don't do much because I want to keep my energy. I want to Yeah, I keep my energy, and yeah, I don't feel like I need to do more.
There are players like that that like don't need to warm up or don't need to like play a lot to like maintain their skills, and I always hated those guys because I was the one who had to like play for like 50 hours a week to like maintain the skill. I was the one who had to grind it so hard, and these guys just roll in. He's like, yeah, 200 bots, maybe like 100 bots. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going on the CSGO hub. You know, I like to do the pre-fire, and I kill some bots, and after I do some challenge, and I'm going to do some bob surf, and that's it. I'm doing some small things.
Do you guys do jumping jacks before your game? Do you warm up the body? We used to do jumping jacks before matches.
No.
15 jump.
50 jump?
We're getting out of hand. But
we don't do that. No.
Seriously, thank you both.
Get the blood flowing, you know?
Thank you both for coming on the Overtime Show. That is Moses, everyone. That, of course, is ZywOo. We appreciate you guys so much. We got some amazing guests coming in the coming days, and, of course, some amazing matches on top of that. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you back here next time. Take care, y'all. Good night from Paris.